Good morning, Unitic here. It is Monday, June 15th, and I'm walking on Mount Unger Road, which is just a kind of a dirt road in Shawnee State Forest in south central Ohio. Entering an area I've backpacked a couple times before, as recently as last fall with my backpacking buddies from Louisville. And I'm starting my 9th consecutive day on the trail since I left a motel stay in Logan, Ohio a week ago yesterday, and getting tired. Cover about 160 miles in those 8 days of hiking. So yep, averaging 20 miles a day, which is what I wanted to be able to do by the time I got to this point in the trail, so I'm happy about that. Body's holding up fairly well. I'm tired and I'm ready for a shower. I was thinking this morning, several of you guys have posted comments on Facebook and some of the YouTube videos about being envious of being out here and looking forward to the day either you have your health back or you have some time where you can do this. And I definitely empathize with that and recommend that you give it a shot if you get a try on some scale. Maybe not what I'm doing, but I also want to be realistic about what life's like out here. Meeting a lot of great people, having a lot of good experiences, no doubt about it. One of which is just getting to communicate with my electronic audience. But if you want to get a feel for what it's like to live like this is going on 60 days for me now. I was thinking this morning, you should experiment before you wish too hard. Throw a 30-pound backpack on and go walk around your neighborhood 20 miles each day in the same set of clothes, rain or shine. Come home at night, pitch your tent in the backyard. No pooping indoors, although your neighbors may not be thrilled with it. You have to go find a tree in the backyard, dig a cat hole. Again, rain or shine. You get one change of clothes and you hike in the same clothes every day. So you got something semi-clean to wear at camp at night. You eat only what you can buy at dollar stores and gas station food marts. Except maybe once or twice a week, you can hit a little burger joint, sub sandwich, Subway in a little small town. Maybe get a salad. And otherwise it's ramen noodles and Lipton rice sides and instant mashed potatoes. And you gotta carry about a gallon of water with you every day and refill it at least once. I'm definitely going through more than 2 gallons a day just drinking, much less being able to get water, hopefully at the end of the day, so I can cook at night and in the morning. And you gotta get comfortable with being wet all the time. This time of year, rain or shine, you're gonna be moist. I've hiked in the rain the last 2 days. See on the back of my pack, I got a sun umbrella that I bought because I'd be doing so much road walking out here and be in the sun so much, but it has been a wonderful piece of gear to walk in the rain because out here I'm not as often hiking through regular forest foot trails where branches and trees make an umbrella impractical. So I haven't really used my rain jacket since it got hot. But that umbrella has been a godsend. But your feet still get wet, the bottom of you still gets wet, and you still sweat all the time, so you're wet anyway. It's no fun this morning getting up and having to put these damp hiking clothes back on. They're filthy. I'm so looking forward to getting cleaned up. And on that note, don't mean to be whining, just being realistic that life on the trail entails a lot of freedom and a lot of adventure. But as a guy once entitled his book who thru hiked the Appalachian Trail, you got to find the happy side of misery. And you've always got some little tinge of misery out here. Some part of your body or parts is always hurting. Blisters, achy joints, lots of bug bites constantly. And the aforementioned discomforts. But you find the happiness within it. And it's always there. And you don't have to be out on the trail to practice that. You can practice that at home too. I try to remember that I can find some amazing joy in the people I meet out here. I've mentioned before, the only downside for me is I meet cool people and then I have to leave. And I get maybe an hour, at most 2, like with Misty and Bobby. And then I have to mosey on down the trail, and that saying goodbye constantly right after you say hello gets a little lonely out here. No other hikers like the Appalachian Trail, where I had people doing the same thing I was doing and people to talk to and relate to. But it's all good because I've made some connections with people out here, even on those miserable days, physically miserable, that lift you up. And we can do that on a day-to-day basis. So something that's lifting me up right now is I get to see my son tomorrow after several months, because my buddy Drew, Chief Operating Officer of the Trek for Truth, in his marine-like style, made contact after I sent an initial email and tossed out the idea of trying to get Adam Kokesh, a truth warrior, freedom seeker of the highest order, who's doing a worldwide freedom tour, speaking tour in a mobile home, to add Louisville to his tour schedule. And Drew contacted me just Friday, a couple days ago, and confirmed that Adam's coming to Louisville on June the 17th, this coming Wednesday. Again, today's Monday the 15th. So tomorrow, my all-star son is gonna come pick me up from the trail and take me back to Louisville. I get to wear non-hiking clothes. I get to be clean for a couple days. I get to eat something other than ramen noodles and energy bars. And I get to go to an event at the Clifton Center. Drew has worked his magic and gotten us a venue, and he's promoted it. And we're trying to get as big an audience as we can. For Adam to speak about his book called Freedom, and his points of view, his critical thinking about a different way of being, a different way of human beings organizing themselves, and perhaps taking an evolutionary leap in who we are, how we relate to each other, and examining this thing called government, we call government, which again I've mentioned before. The root meaning of the word government is to rule the mind. Hint, hint. So excited to hear Adam speak, to get to meet him, to help promote his tour, and I'm sure he'll be willing to help promote the Trek for Truth, because we're basically doing the same thing, just in different modes of operation, modes of transportation. And I'm a big fan of his. So that's exciting stuff for me. So today I'm walking with a bounce in my step. The sun came up. We may get rain again later today, those pop-up thunder showers, but I discovered long ago that I'm waterproof. I always seem to dry out, and even sometimes my clothes do. So very excited about that. So don't mean to be whiny about the trail life, just being realistic and giving you a hint of what's to come if and when you get the chance to get out and try something like this, even on a much smaller scale. I highly encourage it, I highly recommend it. Even if you can just get out into your backyard and make you a meditation spot under a magnificent tree. Trees have energy beyond what people imagine, and great healing and wisdom in trees. Don't Don't underestimate the power of nature. Take your shoes off. If you're concerned about ticks, just do it in a part of your yard where you mow regularly and the sun hits it, because ticks do not like the sun. And dig those toes into the earth and get grounded. It's good for you. I start every morning barefoot, hanging out of the hammock, putting those feet on the ground while I cook breakfast and have some coffee. And my thanks to Michelle Took and Jessica Beebe, my two Lyme Warrior friends who are supplying me with coffee on the trail. Thank you very much. So, with that, be quiet for a moment. Maybe you can hear the birds chirping. It's wonderful to wake up every morning at sunrise and hear those myriad of bird songs bringing in the day. This is a cool walk this morning. This is the old Buckeye Trail. Right now, I took a shortcut because it's actually a long cut, but the trails are so ridiculously overgrown right now that without a machete, I'm going routes that don't entail bushwhacking and being fearful of being covered in ticks. Don't need that. So that's all for today. I'm rambling a little bit, but I feel expressive. Maybe it's because I'm lonely. Looking forward to seeing people. Thanks for following along. If you want to help us continue this trek, please visit trekfortruth.org. You can make a financial contribution, because the truth is Drew and I are close to exhausting our personal funds after the first 2 months. That was our plan. And hopefully if people want to help us keep moving across the country, you can help with a small financial donation on our website, just the Help Us page. And if you can't, no worries. Send me good energy. Send me encouraging words. Subscribe to our channel. That's encouraging. And let's keep trekking for truth. Unitic out. Viet Animo.